I'm just making some dinner. I'm making like a shaved steak quesadilla kind of thing for this week. So I have some onions, green pepper. I'm going to saute those until they're soft. And then I'm going to cook the shaved steak and then add them back onto the plate. And that's just going to be it. I might add some tortillas for the dinner. So we'll see. So it's just like a quick meat and veggie kind of thing this week. Alright, this is how it's coming along. So I sauteed the green onions, or not green onions, green bell peppers and the onions. Then I added some garlic powder and some seasoning to that. And then I removed it and added the steak, shaved steak. I cut it up a bit just to make it a bit smaller. And I'm just going to saute that for a couple more minutes so everything's incorporated. Then on this section, I got some of the palmini linguine pasta. I threw out the bag, but it's in an earlier grocery haul. Palmini is basically the palm of artichoke hearts, and they kind of put it into noodle size. Let me see if I could show you that. So I have this boiling, and after it boils for about 10 minutes, I'm going to remove it and then saute it a little bit with garlic powder and then set it aside. This is going to be for a low carb chicken tetrazzini, the palmini, not the shaved steak. So I'm kind of doing two different meal preps. I usually don't, but figured let me, do two things at once. So I'm going to boil that for a bit, and I'm going to continue cooking this, and then I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to have this for dinner later this week, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to prepare that. But it's coming along pretty nicely. Pretty much done. So I'll remove it and save it. And then I'm going to use this pan for the keto. Well, it's not keto, but, that's low carb chicken tetrazzini. That's my first time making it. I'm not sure if it's going to turn out well. So that's why I'm not sure if I'm going to share it or not, but I think it'll be good to share if it comes out good or not. It's going to be interesting because I usually don't make dishes like that. So yeah, I'll show you guys that when I'm incorporating everything. Totally forgot to videotape, but I cooked some chicken. They're not fully cooked yet. Then I just added the onions and mushrooms for the tetrazzini. So I'm gonna, once everything's cooked, then I'll add the cream, some chicken broth, maybe some xanthan gum if it's too watery. And then I'm gonna put it in the oven, cook it for a bit, and it should be all set. Alright, so I added the light cream, half a cup of light cream, half a cup of chicken stock, reduced sodium. And then I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan and 1/2 a cup of mozzarella. And the entire thing, by the way, is 3 servings for, I think 400 calories. So I'm just going to mix that up. And then once that's mixed, I'll add the palmini noodles. And then I'm going to bake it for about 30 minutes. Mix everything in. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the palmini, which has been resting in this bowl. So I'm just gonna add that now. I'm just gonna dump it all in there. Pour it in there. Then I'm just gonna mix this around and transfer it to a baking dish, and you guys will see the final, I keep on saying the final product, but showing you different steps. But I'll show like each step of the way how this turns out. Alright, final product. I just took it out of the oven. You can still hear it. I put it on covered for about 10 minutes, and then I covered it for another 20 minutes. So I actually put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. But it looks pretty good. Hopefully it tastes good. I'm not having it until later, a couple days later. But I try to meal prep on the weekends because I'm really busy on the weekdays. So I'm going to wait for this to cool down, and then I'm just going to put it in a container, mess it all up. Alright, so I just wanted to show how I usually portion out food. This is the shaved steak I just made too, and it's cooled, and I'm gonna just put it in this container. So I have my kitchen scale, it's off. I'm gonna put the container on it before I turn it on, and it's gonna be zeroed out with the container. So if I remove the container, you can see the container weighs like 39 grams. So I'm gonna put it back, and I'm just gonna zero it out again just to make sure everything's all good. And I'm just gonna portion this out. Let me actually grab a spoon. Okay, so everything is dumped into the container, and you can see that the total thing of the shaved steak is 362 grams. I always weigh out things in grams, but you can change it to other units on this. And I bought this a while ago, but so I don't know which one, but if I find out where I bought on Amazon, I'll post it in the description box. So this is about 4 servings. I divide it by 4, so I do, well now it's showing 361, but so I usually do 3. I did 362 divided by 4, which came out to be 90 grams. So I just post that on MyFitnessPal where I put this recipe, and I just put a parentheses 90 grams a serving, just so I know. And that's pretty much it. So you kind of know. I weigh thing when I make a recipe on MyFitnessPal, I put all the weight raw, so everything in the recipe listing is everything weighed out raw. And then when everything is cooked, I know this is 4 servings, and it's going to be 90 grams per serving. So that's how I weigh it. I think that's the most accurate way to weigh it. I find weighing things cooked can be a bit inaccurate, so I don't put like cooked shaved steak as a recipe. I just do the raw version. So that's basically it. My chicken tetrazzini's cooling in the table there. So once that's cooled, I will also put that in the container, do the same thing, zero out the container, and then dump it in, and then I'll know how many grams per serving. So yeah. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to be using the steak I made. I'm going to put it as like a quesadilla kind of thing. I'm using 2 of the Carb Balance Mission wraps, and they are 70 calories per wrap, so that's 140 calories. These are optional, but I have calories to spare, so I'm using this. Just some fried onions, and I'm just going to be using a serving, so 2 tablespoons, otherwise it's 7 grams. 1 Laughing Cow garlic and herb cheese wedge. I'm just going to split it down and just use it for each wrap. And then 1 slice of provolone for each wrap as well. And these are 50 calories, or 80 calories. I thought they were 50 before. Well, that changes things. So I'm going to be using these, which are 80 calories. So I'm actually going to have to make a change in those. And then I have the steak. So I'm going to show you the assembly, and then I'm just going to toast it up. So here's everything assembled. I did half of a Laughing Cow. Then I put the steak, some of the fried onions, and I'm actually using half of a provolone. And then I'm just going to fold it up and then, you know, pan cook these, and that's basically dinner. And I'm making 2 of these, so more than enough. And I think it's about like 580 something calories, so it's quite heavy. So just definitely pre-plan your meals for the day if you're doing some calorie goal, just so you could make sure you know, make or have enough calories for this meal. But you could always substitute items, like you don't have to add the Laughing Cow wedge, or you don't have to add the crispy onions. Just, you know, it's just a recipe. So make however you want to make it. But that's basically it. That's what I'm making for dinner, and hopefully it tastes good because it's my first time making it. So they're cooking up. Just gonna wait for them to get brown on both sides. So the entire dinner is actually 549 calories. I usually actually try to keep it a little bit under 500, so I try to aim for around 400 calories for dinner. So I just had to make some changes for my day, but you know, Like I said, you don't have to make 2 of these. You can always make 1, change up servings, things like that. I just make sure I have enough, and I do. So I'm just gonna wait for these to brown up and have them. And I always touch my food for some reason. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I think I'll let you guys know how they taste. Yum, 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 yum. Let us try it. Let us try it. So I have one. Let's see how it tastes. That's pretty good. Yeah. That is really good. A little salty. But, this is something I'll be making again. So I just wanted to end off this video. It's kind of delayed in a sense, so my videos are kind of backlogged. But today, I just wanted to say today is February 15th. I weighed in at 296.4 pounds, so officially 16 pounds down. Going well. I wish I could be 100 and something pounds down in a day, but it doesn't happen like that. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time, just keep on doing what I'm doing, light exercise, and just things that I can control. Water intake, food intake, moving my body. Those are the only 3 things that I could truly control in this weight loss journey. So I'm just going to do that, and my body will continue to follow. So it's halfway through February. My goals for February, some of them I haven't even started yet. I mean, it's been very busy. Some of them is related to time and stuff like that, and with grad school. Like, I'm literally about to trying to finish my paper here right after this. And, you know, it's almost 9 o'clock. So, and I have to get up like at 6:30 for work. So it's been, you know, I'm very busy, which is a good thing, you know. I don't have time to like binge eat or something. But I have been clean from a bit from binge eating since January 5th, which is good. So I just wanted to end off this vlog. Sorry, some of these things are a bit delayed in the videos, but yeah, I'm working on it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.